All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. As had promised, this is part two, and I have Mr. Jaideep Basu, a veteran football journalist, with us, and obviously, a distinguished and illustrious career with the statesman, Hindustan Times for 14 years and the Telegraph for 13 years. His last stint was heading the communications and media for AIFF. Also, to say that he's the author of two books, Stories from Indian Football and Box to Box, two of India's most reputed books on football. So, warm welcome to you, Mr. Jaideep Basu.
Thank you, Sanjeet. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am going to, you are seeing me smile because we had the conversation couple of days back, and I think your point was absolutely clear that we just had to win, nothing more, nothing less. So my first question to you, Mr. Jaideep Basu, is what is the significance of the win over Maldives?
Sanjeet, it is just an extension of what we discussed the other day. The significance of this is that we have won a match because winning is a habit. In any sport, winning is a habit, and we almost lost that habit. Having won the last match in November 2023, and after that, one after one, suffering defeats and unexpected draws and loss of points and loss of and exit from tournaments in tournaments where we were supposed to go to the next round. So everything put together, I think our confidence was at a very low. So, so well, everybody can say that Maldives is not a great team. They are 162 in the world. We far behind us, and winning against Maldives is no big deal because we have beaten them so many times before also. So in SAF football and everywhere. But whatever people say, winning is a habit, and winning the match just maybe 6 days before we are playing a very crucial match in the Asian Cup 2027 qualifier against Bangladesh. So I think it will do this win is going to do us immense good. That is what I feel.
No, awesome. And trust me, I mean, as all Indian football fans and people who are viewing this, I think it has brought a sigh of relief for all of us that India finally has won. So if I have to ask you my second question, that what exactly are the takeaways from the Maldives match?
Sanjeev, the first takeaway again is the victory. 3 goals is not a matter of joke in an international match, and without conceding a goal. An international match is always international match because the other team is also well prepared. They are pepped up. They want to do well. So not to concede a goal against whatever the opponents are, it's a big thing. And we have scored 3 goals. It's a big takeaway. There are a lot of takeaways. If you look at the composition of the team, one of our best centre backs, uh, Sandesh, was rested. He didn't play. Mehta played in place of him. And Manolo, as a coach, I think he has quietly done his job. He has again handed over 3-4 the debuts to players who have done reasonably well. Liston Colasso has scored a goal. Liston Colasso has never scored an international goal. It was something was what it's like a Damocles sword on his head that a forward who plays for India and played for a considerable time has not scored a goal for India. So it's a takeaway, big takeaway. Now he will be pepped up for scoring more goals. He will be much more confident when he plays against Bangladesh in the next match. That is a takeaway. Then we have scored 2 goals from set pieces. In international football, see, nowadays 80% of the goals we see are coming from set pieces. They are not field goals. So that we have converted our set pieces well. 2 corner kicks has given us two goals. That is a takeaway. And of course, the gamble has paid off. Sunil Chetri has scored his 95th goal. So he has come back to the team. So, and 95, there is not much difference between 95 and 100. So I think Chetri will do his best to take it to the three figure. And he should, because it will also help the team, not only him. So we will expect that the his 96th or 97th or 98th, whatever, will should come against Bangladesh in the next match. So that is also a big takeaway.
No, so perfect. And to your point about Sunil Chetri scoring his 95th goal, is something which is I would say every one of us would remember, and it was a matter of time. The way how he was playing, right. It was a matter of time before he scored the goal. So I think one big key moment is the return of Sunil Chetri. So just your thoughts on that.
See, for the moment, there are a lot of positives and there can be a lot of negatives can be said about it. That Sunil Chetri is no more a player perhaps who operates a lot from the back, who is you have if you have to get the best out of him, you have to station him in and around the box, where he's still a fox in the box among the Indians, one of the best. There is no doubt about it. And this season he has scored 12 goals for I think 12 goals. I think he has already scored in the Indian Super League, and he has not lost his habit. I think in the match against Maldives yesterday, uh, his tally would have been bigger. If you remember, in the 48th or 49th minute when he flicked the ball, which was cleared from the line by that has one Maldives player. I think his name is Hazma or something. I do don't remember the name. That would have been that was a sure goal.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it's going to be a goal. Even when it was cleared in the line, Sunil had a smile on his face that he himself was wondering how didn't come go in. So see, all of us would have loved to see Sunil Chetri scoring a hat trick against Maldives. Nothing like that. Well, it not always happens in football. What you feel, but at least to some extent it has happened. So see, Chetri is we shouldn't be judging Chetri by his performance. His presence itself is a big thing. Like it was previous 2011 when India's coach was Bob Houghton for a long time, maybe for 6 years he was India's coach. He always used to say that Baichung Bhutia's presence is not about as a player only. He's an inspiration. When he's in the team, when he's on the pitch, the others feel more inspired. So, all put together, Sunil Chetri's presence itself is a big thing for India and his teammates. They all look up to him. So I think, see, we are not sure whether Sunil is going to start against Bangladesh. That we have to wait for Manolo to decide. So whether how much match time he is going to get, but we expect him to get from the match time from the minute one. So I think, and his presence will also be a sort of mental pressure from the other team. Whatever they say, whatever his age is, whatever it is, uh, they have to be alert when he's around. So
Yeah.
that's what I think I see.
No, so you were absolutely pinpointed the fact that no better, I would say, finisher than Sunil Chetri for India. And you are correct. I think that header which just got saved in the goal line. They just they just saved it, right? It was a sure shot goal. Now yesterday, obviously, I think Boris saying, Abhishek saying, I mean, they made their debut as well. So quite interesting. I would say, strategy taken by Manolo. So my next question to you is: do you think all of Manolo's plan, worked perfectly?
See, when you win a match 3-0, like yesterday, somebody asked Manolo after the match, uh, what do you think of the match? He said, when you win a match, you always feel happy. There is no doubt about it. He was very straightforward in his answer, in his reply. So all of Manolo's only Manolo can say that whether all of his plans have uh, gone right or some of them has gone astray. I'm sure some of them has not gone right also, because coaches come up with a lot of plans. Some of them get executed, some of them don't get executed for some reason or the right. Manolo's plan, I think it has, and but also he had a setback. For that matter, the India had a setback that Brandon Fernandez will not be there. I
Yeah.
believe, he's already gone home. So India will be reduced. Manveer is also not there. So India will be reduced to a 23-member squad. I think they had 26, and 2, 3 have already. I think Chante is not there. Then, mm, uh, so I think it will be 23 or 24-member squad. So, so some of his plans must have gone right, but if he comes up, goes, if he, which I think he knows better than me, that when he will go to the Bangladesh match with the same set of plan, or with some additional plan into it, execution will not be as easy or as it was against Maldives.
No.
There are, despite the rankings, Bangladesh, I assume, will be a far more tighter opponent. And they have been training in Saudi Arabia, then they have come back here. They have been joined by some EPL, their EPL star, Hazma Chaudhary and all. So execution will not be as easy as it was against Maldives.
No, absolutely. But the Blue Tigers roar was felt, against the match with Maldives, yesterday. Now, just talking about, I mean, obviously, it's a win. We are all happy. But now let's concentrate on the next match, right? And that's a big one, which is coming, which you just mentioned. That Bangladesh is also training very hard. So, what are the areas you think India needs to improve against Bangladesh?
Given the I won't say the standard, the current state of Indian football, there are there are several areas where there are several areas where India need to be improved. So let's not get into that at the moment. But if we get into that Maldives match, and uh, and consider it with the Bangladesh match, hypothetically though, because we have not seen what's happened, we still don't know what's going to happen against Bangladesh, how Bangladesh are going to play. I think the kind of space we're allowed to players like Mahesh Naram Singh or Liston Colasso in this match, the kind of space they enjoyed through the wings, and they were able to uh, able to dot in were also in the rival box. That will be quite a task, because though we are again hypothetically speaking, but and normally we see that in international matches you never get that kind of space. Every inch is precious, and there could be double covering against every inch. So uh, that could be one of the. I'm not saying it's a concern, but that we have to be careful about. I'm sure Manolo has his own plans. He also knows. He knows football perhaps better than all of us. And he is quite aware of the situation. but as an onlooker, as a watcher of the game, as just as a spectator and a fan of Indian football, that is one area we will be, I think, a bit concerned about, and look forward to see India solving that problem.
No, that's a good point. I think against the Maldives match, we got a lot of spaces, and if I take a look, I think we were using our wings a lot. Whereas I think as we get into a much more tougher opponent, our midfield is going to get tested, and we are not going to enjoy those spaces. So so while you did touch upon, but if I have to ask you further that what are the ways the Bangladesh match would be different? If you could, share some insights from your end.
Bangladesh match will be different from the see from the very context of the match is different. This was only a friendly. For Maldives also, it was a friendly. For us also, it was a friendly. Maldives is now going to Philippines. I think they're playing Philippines in the again AFC qualifiers only. But Bangladesh is a competition match. It's a group league match. Bangladesh, we also have to play the away match that will be played in, I don't know whether Dhaka or anywhere, but it will be played away from India. So Bangladesh match is a must three pointer, because if you go by the calculations, then your calculations are always like that we should get full points at home. So Bangladesh, for Bangladesh, if they take away 1 point from us, they will be happy. I'm sure they will be happy. But for us, losing a point will be disastrous, because we don't know what's going to happen in the away match. So we should win full points in this match. It's not a knockout match, but given the what you say circumstances, it's a knockout match. And if you go through the last 20 years of India Bangladesh matches, India have won most of the matches. There's no doubt about it. But again, uh, uh, except a few, it has never been an emphatic. Bangladesh has always been a good rivals. They have given us tough time, and at some places perhaps they have also they have not tamed us, but they have put us in trouble. So it is going to be and another point we have to consider, that given the current political situation across the border in Bangladesh or in India, there are a lot of misunderstandings, lot of political things, diplomatic rows are going on. So Bangladesh will be very eager to do against India. India will also be very eager to do against Bangladesh, no doubt. Our boys will be also feel inspired playing against Bangladesh. I'm very sure about it. They will like to win this match, but same from the Bangladesh point of view. So, and in the SAF region, teams like India, or for that matter, Bangladesh or Maldives or Nepal, for them, doing well against India is always a big achievement. So, Maldives was a friendly. Maldives was a given the Bangladesh match. Maldives match was played in a much relaxed manner. That's not going to happen against Bangladesh.
No, so very good point, Mr. Basu. Just in terms of that, one, Bangladesh is going to be a tough opponent. Second is that it's not a friendly, right? It is all about getting the points, and it's a must win for India. If I have to ask a follow up question on the same point, do you think that? Because it's a competitive fixture, and being a tough opponent, and all of us the Indian players are aware, including the coach, that it's a must win. Do you think the pressure is also going to is going to also play around everyone's mind, and that's going to impact the way how we approach the game?
Uh, I'm sure the coach will do the needful. He will, and the players know what it is all about. So I have full faith in our players, even though we didn't get very good results in the 1.5 year. A lot of people have been blaming Indian football because of their lack of whatever. But I don't think. I think team will be quite prepared. But the thing is that you have to. One thing which is missing, sadly, that if you have to win a match like this, then there has to be lot of inputs from the back end, from the organizational point of view. There is a difference. If you look at the way the Bangladesh is preparing, as if the entire nation is behind them. Of course, they are a much smaller country than India, and I understand. As if the entire nation is behind them. So every day there is even including their senior officials are continuously talking about that we have to win this match. We have to win this match. They are doing everything. Whether they will succeed or not, that's a different issue altogether, because matches are played on the ground, not on statements. You don't flex your muscle outside and win a match. But in this case, I am not very confident whether our national team has received the same kind of backing from within the organization. At least I have not seen anybody coming out with a statement or talking about, or has any of the AFF officials have so far met the players in the camp and asked them and told them how important the match is. Has anybody told the boys that we all are behind you? Please go ahead and win this match. Then a new door will open for us. No, nobody has. If you look at AFF's current activities, I don't want to elaborate, but they are completely busy with something else. This match has gone to the background. Has Manolo been called to the AFF headquarters before the start, 3 or 4 days before the start of the camp, or during the camp, and asked to elaborate what he is going to do? Not yet. So that is one thing which sometimes I have, I had the privilege to have interaction with several players for several years. Sometimes if a player feels that he has been left out, he has been asked to do a job and forgotten after that, everyone else has forgotten about that, then it doesn't add to someone's confidence. So I think for the next 3-4 days, that is one thing is needed, that a concordant effort should be made to make the team feel that we are all behind you. See, I know this is not World Cup final, or this is something, but it could be a turning point of Indian football. If we qualify for the 2027 Asian Cup again, so that will be like a new dawn for Indian football after disastrous performances in the World Cup qualifiers. Asian Cup qualifier, if we can qualify for the Asian Cup 2027, that will be a new dawn for Indian football. So that all of us will have to be careful about. Everybody who is attached with Indian football should be careful about.
Yeah, that's a very good point which you made. I think the involvement, if I have to say, from AIFF with the Indian footballers, the Indian team, if I have to put it that way, has to be more there, and that would do a lot of good in terms of lifting the morale of the team, and it's very straight coming in that there is a disconnect between the AIF taking that involvement to lift the morale of the footballers. So having said that, I think there was another important thing, as a viewer, which I saw when I was watching the match between India and Maldives, that this was the first time I saw the Shillong football ground where the match was played, and I think this was the first time India ever played in Shillong. So regarding the infrastructure, the significance of Shillong, anything you would want to highlight, because we have a lot of players from the northeast as well. So anything on Shillong and the ground where India played.
Sanjit, you are absolutely right. It's a lovely ground, lovely atmosphere, beautiful stands we saw against Maldives. But and it's a historic occasion for many reasons. Not only for that India yesterday played its first ever senior men's team played its first ever match in history in Shillong, and not many people would remember that the last time India senior team held a national camp in Shillong was in 1948 when India was going for the London Olympics. It was a 40-day camp in Shillong. That was India's first international tour, London Olympics. India played its first international match in London. So after so many years, this is coming back to Shillong. It's definitely a historic occasion. But having said that, I would like to say another thing. Given the Maldives match was fine. Given the importance of this match, Bangladesh match, I would still say this match should have been played in Calcutta. When you with the capacity of Shillong Stadium is, I think, 6,800 or something, or 6,900. It's around 7,000. So there is a lot more difference between 7,000 crowd in a home match and a 60,000 crowd in a home match. So given the importance of the match, this match should have gone to Calcutta, because a big crowd, a lot of uproar, a lot of commotion, this would have helped India. But I am not, well, what can I say? That was not considered while picking up the venue. The venue was considered because of completely different reason, I know, which I don't want to elaborate at the moment. But I think the match could have taken to Calcutta because of the importance of the match. That's all.
No, so absolutely. I think when you play, against, and not against, in front of 60, 70,000 supporters, the entire vibe is different. But I think it's all about, and that's a trivia thing for me as well. That the last time the Indian football team was in Shillong was during the that 40-day long camp, which was then maybe, right, and we went to the Olympics. Maybe this can be the turning point, and keeping our fingers crossed that this turns out to be again one of those golden periods for Indian football, where we really qualify for the AFC. So thank you so much. I think the Bangladesh match is something which all of us, all the Indian football fans and the viewers are eagerly waiting for. And I would love to again host you, Mr. Jaydeep Basu, post the Bangladesh match, in terms of what's in, depending, and obviously we are hoping for a win, but what should be the next steps. But thank you so much for joining us again. We are really hoping that the Indian football team prepares and wins against Bangladesh, which is a very, very critical match, as you highlighted. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanjit. Thank you for all the help, everything. Thank you.
Thank you.